Plumbers! How you guys doing? How's your plumbing business going right now? What? It's not awesome? Wow, that's so weird because today's date is March 17th, and if you look where I'm at home. Everybody's quarantined. Everybody's got to stay home. It's like the whole world just went crazy, right? What do you do? It's like you had a business going, everything seemed fine, and then it's just like everybody's running around like their head's on fire or something. It's like craziness. And what are you going to do? You have to quarantine. You're not going to like want to spread the disease around. You don't want anybody else to catch it. You don't want to catch it. You can't afford to be sick. You can't afford your team to be sick. So what do? It's like everything just came to a screeching halt all of a sudden, right? I mean, yeah, the interest rates dropped. The Fed dropped the interest rates, but so did the Dow. The Dow's just in free fall. If you got money in the market, good luck. You can't even get it out right now. They keep turning off the daggum market where you can't even trade. So what do? So I was sitting here and I was thinking, years ago I was a plumber when I first got out of high school, and I've worked a lot with plumbers, and I wanted to help you guys out. And I thought, what could I do? I mean, I literally could just go in the other room there and watch, Netflix and binge on a whole bunch of seasons of, I don't know, The Bachelor or something, or Game of Thrones on HBO Go, or, Disney Plus. I could go watch a bunch of Star Wars movies or something. I could waste a bunch of time and take a little work from home staycation, right? Work remotely, right? I got clients. I'd be okay. But then it wouldn't help you any, would it? And I thought, well, I was kind of raised, if you can't help somebody, you should. So I came up with some things I could do to help you in your business. And this comes from years of knowledge, but as I was looking at it, if you look back, you could think of the same stuff. You could go, in every business, even plumbers, there's some that made it through the recession, that made it through the depression and thrived. And there's others that are just, they do good in good times, but they're here today, gone tomorrow. And I don't want that to be you. I hope that's not you. I mean, you need to do certain things, right? So what do you do to keep from being the guy that just is a flash in the pan, it's only here during the good times, versus somebody that's here long term, that could scale up, scale down, didn't overextend himself. How do you one of those people? And that's some of the things. One is don't overextend yourself. Don't get too much credit. But I mean, what are you gonna do now? You weren't expecting this. You all of a sudden this just hit, right? You just bought those new trucks. You just hired those new guys. You just did all those new ads. You're thinking, okay, I'm gonna get all this money coming in here, and that'll pay for this stuff. But then it didn't happen, right? So how do you fix that? Well, basically your problem boils down to two things. It's either you don't have enough people coming in, you don't have enough leads, you don't have enough good leads. Okay, let's not just say leads, let's say good leads. You don't have enough qualified people coming in. You don't have enough work to keep you busy. You don't have enough people giving estimates. You don't have any new installs. You don't have, you get just a bunch of, clogged drains that you're trying to fix that are not even, the good jobs, right? You don't have no full installs, no new construction. And you don't know why. It's just like you just don't have enough, right? Is that your problem? So we'll call that problem A, right? That's this hand, right? Now, the other problem would be problem B. Problem B is once the people get to, say, your website or your online properties, or they talk on the phone, they don't turn into an estimate. They don't turn into an appointment. They don't turn into a sale, right? There's no conversion. So you get them to A, they come to B, but they don't get to C, which we'll call a conversion. So ABC is not working, right? So that's the ABCs of it. See, that even worked out pretty good, see? I could be a nursery school teacher. If marketing don't work out for me, I always got that to go back on, right? So what's the problem here? So let's examine what could be some of the online problems that you're having with your properties. You don't have these mechanisms. You don't have these systems. You don't have these things that are going to actually make people go to the next step, right? Well, one, they couldn't trust you. They look at stuff and they go, well, I don't trust this guy. He looks like he got his nephew to make his website. It looks like hell. There's misspellings all over the place. The website looks bad. I don't know where to click to get a hold of somebody. I called their phone number and it's always busy or nobody answers. I click on their online form, it's not working. Like, you have all these problems, and it's basically your web interface that's the problem. And it could be its looks, it could be its conversions, it could be how it's working, it could be the SEO, it could be a lot of different things for your website. But that's basically your problems, right? Is you need a good online presence to fix that, right? So let's fix these problems. Let's start with A. Remember A over here? Are you in this group? If you're in A group, raise your hand. Okay, so I couldn't see you raise your hand, I'm just teasing you. So if you're an A and you're plumber A, and you're like, hey, I just need more business. I need more leads. I need more people to talk to. Well, then let's see how we can fix this in this turbulent, crazy time right now, because it's a desperate time. So the first thing you can do is, I got a couple things that I'm going to help you with. One, I made this checklist that's a pandemic preparedness checklist, okay? And this is not get a fire extinguisher and, make sure you have enough toilet paper and all that stuff. That's a personal emergency checklist. That's preparedness checklist. What this is for is your business, okay? So this would be like how to get more customers in a down economy, how to cut your cost on things you have to have, how to keep from losing employees to your competitor, how to save money on your advertising, all kinds of things like that, like things you should check into right now, you should be doing to save your business, okay? So these are important things that will help you save your business during this tough time. And it's just a checklist. You can go through them and do which ones you like, and whichever ones you don't like, well, do whatever you feel like with it. The second thing I'm going to give you, and this is totally free, I'm not selling anything at the end here. There's nothing for sale, okay? So, I'm not making any money off this whole thing. So the next thing I was going to give you is a full online marketing evaluation of all your marketing, right? So if you go to my website, payperclickpro.com, on there it says you can get a quick analysis for free, or you can get a full analysis for $500, okay? So this is the full analysis, okay? That's why I'm sending you to a different website, because you can't get this off my website. I made a website. Here's a marketing guy for you. Marketingpandemic.com, okay? So that's where you get this at. So you're going to go there, and then that's where you're going to get this full $500 report. That's like 30 pages. That tells everything. It tells, what your website reacts like. It's like it tells if you're in all the directories you should be in. It tells if you what your review scores are. It tells how fast your pages load. It tells your SEO. It tells your ads that are running. It tells your competitor stuff. It tells your Facebook ads, your Google ads. It shows everything that you're doing online and puts it all and gives you scores and tells you how to fix it. So I can go through that with you and show you how to fix it. I send that over to you for free, okay? And you can either fix it yourself, you can pay me to fix it, or you could pay somebody else to fix it. It's up to you. Okay, so now this is the kicker here. There's certain things that every company has. It's like its secret sauce, right? It's like its golden nugget, its gem, right? And for marketing companies, it's your best converting ads. Or an advertising agency, either one. It's your ads that are your go-tos. It's your ones that work better than anything else. It's ones that's tried and true. You've tested it with hundreds of companies all over the nation, and these ads convert, right? They make you money. Only top agencies usually have them. Other agencies that are, just newer agencies, they basically take your money and then they kind of gamble with it. They just try things out to see what will work and what doesn't. And, you don't ever, you never know what's going to happen with that. That's hit or miss. It's just you're literally giving your money to them to go gamble, right? So that's not what this is. This is when you go with a top agency. They have their go-to ads that they've already tested and they run it, and that they have historically been converting well over time, right? They're good creatives. They don't release these. Nobody gives these to you. They don't even sell them to you. They keep them in their own account, and they turn them on when they need you to get conversions and stuff, but they do not give these away, and most of them won't even sell them. I don't even know anybody that sells them, but maybe you could find somebody selling, but I don't know anybody, but it would be high if you did. So anyways, during these desperate times, I figure desperate times call for desperate measures. I'll do something nobody else is going to do. I'm actually going to give you my best converting ad for plumbers. What converts better than anything else? What's had thousands and thousands of clicks from hundreds of companies and performs better than all the others? I'm going to give that to you. You can do with it whatever you want. If you want to take it to one of my competitors or some other marketing agency, some other ad company, well, I mean, I wish you wouldn't. But that's your choice. I mean, if your little nephew works at some agency and you're thinking, oh, this will really give him a boost up and he can go do it, and then all of a sudden they take it and give it to all your plumbers in your same city, well, then you kind of shoot yourself in the foot, but I can't control what you do. You could do that. I'm giving it to you. The other thing you could do is you could pay me to put them up, and I'll put them up on Facebook, Google, LinkedIn, wherever I can get those ads going for you. That's what I do for a living. But you don't have to. I'm giving you the ads, so you can do whatever you want with them. In fact, you could even go do it yourself. You could go and say, hey, I got a Facebook account. I could go do that myself. You can take that ad, throw it in Facebook, put some targeting on there, put a couple audiences on there, put some bids. There you go. You're off and running. Put it on Google AdWords, do the same thing. You can put it on LinkedIn, do the same thing. You can make a little video out of it and put it on YouTube, do the same thing. There's lots you could do with it. This actually could literally change a lot of companies around if they acted on it. But here's the thing. These things are only tools, okay? And I can give you this stuff, and it's great knowledge. But if you do nothing with it, it means nothing, okay? So I like to say, you have to be just as committed to your success as I'm committed to your success. Because if it's just me that's working so hard, it's not going to make it. These are tough times out there. This is when you got to buckle down and get serious. This is when you got to do some work. So you could take these things right now and fix those problems, right? But I said, well, what are they going to do if they still have questions or they don't know how to implement this stuff? Or, they got other problems that are not related to this. Like, I'm covering the ones that most of the people have, but you may have a different problem. You may have a different question that nobody answers, and you don't have money to ask anybody. You can't pay the $1,000 it costs for somebody like me to have an hour's worth of consultation with you. Well, I decided I got 2 weeks. I'm sitting here. You're sitting there. Instead of watching TV, I'll answer your questions. Now, I'm going to give you 15 minutes. You have to schedule it because I only have so much time, and of course it's first come, first serve, and I'm sure a whole lot of people are going to jump on this, so if you're smart, you're going to jump on this too. There's no cost to it, so you got really nothing to lose but a few minutes of your time, and you get a lot of information, a lot of help in your marketing side of your business. But I'd go to Marketing Pandemic and sign up. First come, first serve. Once the quarantine is over in 2 weeks, this deal disappears. I probably won't ever run it again. Hopefully I won't have to. I mean, I want to help people, but I hope the economy picks back up and everything gets back going again. But I want you to be one of those companies that makes it through. I don't want to be you the one that's closing its door or struggling, and then 6 months from now, all the bills are overloaded and you're like, I got to get out of this, So it could happen to anybody, even companies that have been around for a long, long time, years and years, sometimes generations. Some young kid he's never seen hard times and he could make those mistakes. So I don't want you to make those. So you can ask me anything you want during that 15 minutes, whatever you want, I'll help you with. If you just want something that has nothing to do with what I'm talking about here, what I gave you could say, hey, how do you do this stuff? Fine, I'll show you. If you could say, I don't know, how do you do this when you see this problem, Tor? Or what should I do in this case? Or how do I do that? Like, oh, do this, this, and that. That's what I've seen people have a lot of success with. Or do this, this, and that. Oh, whatever you do, don't do that. I'll give you, or just, hey, can you give me a creative way to get more or whatever? And I'll be like, sure. How about, did you think of this? Did you try that? I'll answer whatever question you want and completely and fully, and you got my undivided attention for 15 minutes. That's at marketerspandemic.com. So that takes care of your traffic side, your lead side, right? How do you separate leads, Tor? How do you make sure the leads are good from the bad ones? How do you separate what they call the wheat from the chaff, right? I can tell you that. See, all you gotta do is ask. Now, what if your problem's the other problem? And this one's a little more complicated because you need an online presence that's good, that it ranks, it's gonna grow over time. You can build it up with SEO. You can run ads to it, and then they'll convert when they land on the landing pages. Like, you need all these things. You need content. You need images. You need it done right. And most people, they tried it themselves, or they paid a company, and sometimes paid lots of money to a company, but that company just was not that good. They just took the money and ran. Websites, I've been doing this for 28 years. I've sold websites from $2,500 to $25,000 and more. But the cheapest I've ever sold one for is $2,500, right? And because it takes people to do it, right? Now, if you don't have a website, that's one thing. If you have a bad website, if you have a website that's outdated and it's old, or it's just not good, that's all the same issue. Okay, you have to have a good website. If you already have one that's good, maybe you just want this one as an extra one because you're like, hey, Tor's got this great deal right now. I can't get that anywhere else on the planet. Let me go ahead and just have a whole nother website. You could do that. But here's the deal. I do have some hard cost in this, okay? So it's not like I can just give this away for free. The other stuff is my time and my knowledge. I can give that away for free. I can't give away somebody else's work. I have to pay these guys to make these, okay? So my hard cost on these, and I'm going to tell you just like it is, and this is going to probably blow your mind, that $2,500 website, my hard cost on it, I figured it up, it's going to cost me about $250 to have it made. So you literally could have a $2,500 website for $250. It's up to you. I'm not making anything on it. It's basically just my foot in the door to help you out and say, hey, let's get this thing fixed. You got a serious problem here. Let's fix this. And then as your business gets better, and I hope you're one of the ones that pulls through this economic downturn, I hope you'll look back and go, hey, that guy helped me out. He's a great guy. I'm going to go with him. I know, he's, the top guy in the industry. He's the expensive guy, but, he's worth it. Let's go ahead and pony up the money and go with him. I want the best. I want to really make this go because he helped me when I was down. And a certain percentage of people will do that. So these my guys have already worked this out. My whole team I'm partnered with, they have already got this all worked out for plumbers where they're great websites. They can literally be up and running before this pandemic is over. You could have your website up and going in 3 days. That's how good we are at this. Yeah. So if you've been waiting around for months and months and months and everybody keeps telling you, yeah, your website's going to be up soon. We're working on your logos, your colors, whatever. 3 days. 3 days and it's done. So anyways, let's go take a look at one and I'll show you how good these are because these are not junk websites. I mean, they got mobile, they got, tablet, they got everything. So let's go take a look at one and I'll show you an example. So let's zoom in. Matter of fact, I think I'll just switch to my screen so you guys can see this one here. Here's one of the samples of the websites. This one here is for a plumbing company. As you can see here, it's got all the different views up here. So, you look at it. This is all 3 views together. Okay, so you can see this would be on a desktop, what it would look like. This would be over here on a tablet, what it would look like, or a iPad. And this right here is what it would look like on a mobile phone. Now, let's take a look at the website real quick here. So this one's about plumbing, obviously. Puts in the name TP Router in there, the phone number, puts all the information. It's in Anaheim. They're in Anaheim, Florida. Residential, commercial, emergency. If they had different numbers, we'd just change that out there. It's got customer reviews. It's got some nice graphics in here. Why to choose them. And then everywhere you got these call to actions. You got their phone number, like on every single page, wherever you're scrolling, you're going to have either click here to learn more, which is going to take you to the about page. Boom, boom, boom. Call right there, licensed and insured, testimonials. Here's the information about them, the hours, the different social media links. If you want to put those in there, your Yelp and your Google Plus and your Instagram, your Facebook, your Twitter. Here's the different vendors and the different suppliers that they use, the different brand names, so people can see that and they respect it. Those are what they call trust icons. Those are so people it builds up more trust with people when they see names they recognize and things that they know. So let's go back to the home page here. I clicked off of that when I clicked on the learn more just to get over there. But see, got a little action here when the people mouse over it, and they can find out about the different thing, installations, or routing, routing, and then maintenance. It's talking about the company itself, and then here's the bottom information in the footer there. Now, I'm just gonna click through a couple of these pages here because there's a whole mess of pages. So say it's like heater repair and installation, bathroom drain cleaning, dishwasher installation, all these different things that people would call for. These are different keywords that people are looking up online, and this helps to rank for those words, right? Because it has those words on the page. So let's go and take a look at, let's just click on one here. Let's just go hot water heater installation, right? So we click on that, and then it's going to go to a page about hot water heating, right? So symptoms of a dying hot water heater, the water, the age, plumbing noise, blah, blah, blah. And so call this number, licensed, insured, free estimates. You see all these are conversion factors right here that get people to, bullet points that make people really want to click on it. So they're like, easy to understand. I don't have to read the whole thing, and they do exactly what I need. Here you go. Now, you saw there was a whole mess of those there, so who knows even how many that was. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So there's 15 pages right there that all can lead to somebody calling you. Let's go to commercial. If you do commercial stuff, you got the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 of those, right? So you can click on any of these and it will have a page about that. Commercial backflow problems, okay? Repiping, clogged lines, stuff like that. Boom, it's got commercial pictures. All the pictures are they have the rights to those, so we can use those. Or you don't have to worry about that. You're never going to get a letter from somebody or sued by anybody saying, "Hey, you got my picture on your website." That happens a lot. I see a lot of companies that are overseas. They just steal pictures off the internet and they think it's okay, and it's not. They're copyrighted, so you have to have rights to images, and so that they're all taken care of. That's all included in everything here. Let's see, commercial, residential. I'm not going to go through all 15 of those. That's 30 pages right there. I saw the about one already. Okay, so yeah, okay, we saw that kind of already. I have to go through everything, and then how do you get in touch with them? Okay, so hey, how do you get in touch with this person? It's got a page for people, because a lot of times people just click on the contact page. Okay, how do I get in touch with them? So here's the name, address, phone number, hours. Here's all the links to the different ways you can get in touch with them, or they can send them an email, which is a working form right here. This will send an email right there to the guy at Torres Plumbing Inc. Right there. It'll send it to, TP. Right. So there you go. Now, you're thinking, wow, that's a pretty good website. It's got a lot of stuff to it. It's really well done, laid out and everything. It's got all the conversion factors. It's got SEO done right. It's got all that stuff. Also, it's also fast, and it works on the different devices. And so if you want to preview these different ones, I can send you a link here. And boom, you see anything you want to change out here. You can just look at, let me change that out here. Boom, we can do that for you. You can see what it looks like on every device. If you want something moved around, see how it looks beautiful in this device. Commercial, let's just click on one of those here for commercial. So this is a preview of the whole site on on that size device. Now, this one that I clicked, the very first one was the one that had all three of them together there. See, it shows you on all three. But now let's look at this one for a second. So this one here is a little different. So it's right now it's on iPhone, right? So you can see what it looks like on iPhone. You can scroll down and see. Looks perfect, right? Pictures, everything's laid out fine. You can just scroll right down. You can easily click on the buttons, click on the stuff you want to go somewhere. So let's go learn more. Well, takes you to this page. It's got the easy navigation there at the top. Well, so you can go commercial, residential. Let's just go residential. Boom. Learn more. Boom. See, you can see how it just flows smoothly from one thing to another. Okay, so that was iPhone. Here it is on the Android. See, just changed right there at the same page. Right there, you can see the whole thing. So they're optimized for iPhone, Android operating system. And then what is this one? Look at that. What happens if somebody turns their phone sideways? What will my website look like? Yeah, it works for that too. So this is better than a responsive website, which is just it just shrinks up the information and jams it together. These are actually laid out for all three devices and all three forms on the smartphones. So you got Apple, like the iPhone. You got anything that's Android, the Google based or whatever Windows based, and then you got the ones when it's turned sideways, it still works for those too. So anytime somebody turns sideways, it still looks great. So residential, well, see, let's just click learn more and see what happens. Well, oh, I hit the right same one as I hit last time. I was gonna hit a different one, but then I accidentally hit it. So you click here, and then on that phone, it would actually make the call. So, I can't do it on here because I'm on a website, but that's the point. You can see, you just click right there, and they click and they call instantly. You got the lead. So Um, that pretty much covers the basics of how the websites are laid out. Here's a thing, boom, with all of them together, and you throw in your logo in there. We'll throw in your information, and literally it'll be done in 2 to 3 days. So it's pretty quick actually. So and any edits take extra time, of course. If you're changing stuff around and moving stuff, whatever, I can just give you the link and you can actually change the stuff yourself if you're inclined. Because I'm not looking to be changing the colors on somebody's website 15 times. What would that look like in blue? What would that look like in orange? What would that look like in yellow? My logo colors are green. They don't go with white perfectly. Well, okay, whatever. So you can sit there and change all that stuff out. You don't have to have me do it or any of my people, and you can do that all on your own. So there you go. So the websites for one of these websites, it's $250, and then it's like there's a fee for like maintenance having the hosting where it's hosted, and then to be able to change stuff on it, and that's like I don't know, like $50 a month or something like that. It's really small. It's really minimal. But that covers everything, so you don't have to worry about maintaining the website or if the server goes down or any of that stuff. You don't have to know any technical stuff. It's already taken care of for you. So there you go. $2,500 website for $250. Oh, I guess I should tell you where you should go to get it, right? Marketingpandemic.com. And you can sign up there to get them at that price just during this coronavirus.